Hey, everybody. Welcome to Moment of Clarity. Get a new story every day at leecamp.com. Today, I come to you with good news. This is rare. It's all fucking awful news, but this actually is kind of good news. It's about 6 years too late, but it's good news. A federal appeals court has ruled this Wednesday, that a controversial government surveillance program that had collected millions of Americans' phone records violated the law, and that claims made by the FBI and other national security officials in defense of the program were not accurate. Were not accurate. Isn't that a lovely way the Washington Post puts that? Most of you know this as the stuff, one of the things that Snowden leaked. Edward Snowden, obviously still persecuted by our government. He leaked millions of documents from the NSA. That was back years ago, and still to this day, obviously, they are still persecuting him, still chasing him. They would love to imprison him here in America for revealing the truth, for revealing the crimes of our government, for revealing the illegal, and now we even have a federal court saying it, illegal NSA phone data collection systems, information on phone calls of millions of Americans. Obviously, 99.99% of them, there's no reason to suspect them. They were not, there was no charges against them. There was no indictments against them. There was no even hint of a possible reason that these people should be surveilled. But basically, they were watching all of us. And so it took years of going through the courts to finally have the court say, this was very fucking illegal to monitor all Americans. The NSA famously lied about this, acted like the program didn't exist, and then ultimately said, it did exist, but it was justified. It's always justified when our military intelligence decides to surveil all Americans all of the time in one of the largest surveillance states in the world. I mean, we're fucking making Skynet in Terminator blush. Anyway, now here's the reason this won't have much impact, this ruling. The ruling by a 3-judge panel on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit will not have much immediate effect on the program it criticizes, because that record-gathering effort ended in 2015, replaced by a different method for searching phone records that was also eventually shut down. So the NSA is claiming they stopped this. I'm sure whatever secretive way they still have of monitoring all of us, they are doing. So just because they stopped this program does not mean that they aren't still monitoring all of us. I think most of you already know that. In a large scale way. This does not mean they've literally got a guy listening to each of your phone calls, measuring each of your dick pics. But there is a large-scale monitoring of American citizens that goes on. Obviously, right now, they're trying to push facial recognition. But in terms of this, not much impact. I mean, this is how our federal government works, right? The truth was revealed, which they had kept highly secretive. They then go after the person who revealed the truth, shoot the messenger, Edward Snowden in this case. And then they, stop the program so that when it comes out that, it was illegal, they can say, hey, we aren't even doing it anymore. It's okay, and they drag their feet and they go through a bunch of appeals processes so that you can't have much impact on our federal government, the illegal, various illegal things they're involved in. And they, as many of you recall, they defended this. At first, they said it didn't exist. James Clapper, the former national intelligence director, was in front of Congress, and there's that famous clip of him saying that we do not collect information on millions of Americans. But of course, he's clearly lying. I mean, you can see shifty eyes. He scratches his forehead, looks around. No, we not wittingly. We don't wittingly collect data on millions of Americans. Yeah, we just accidentally collect data on millions of Americans. You know how it is. Sometimes you got your papers mixed up, and then you're like, whoops, millions of Americans monitored. Because that happens to me like all the time. Like I'm just like, oh no, not that paper. Oh fuck, millions of Americans monitored. You know how it is, right? It's just sometimes you slip, haven't had your coffee that morning, and then millions of Americans monitored. It just happens to me all the time. So James Clapper, I fucking feel you, man. I'm there with you. This shit. Oh God, it's awful when you accidentally surveil millions of Americans, completely going against their constitutional rights. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting when it happens, and then I have my cup of coffee and I stop doing it because I'm like, oh, okay, just move that back around. So thank you, James Clapper. But this is from the AP. James Clapper, the former director of National Intelligence, denied. This is a few years ago. Denied that he lied to Congress when he falsely testified. I love that. He denied he lied when he falsely testified. How is that? What the fuck are you talking? Denied he lied when he falsely testified during the Obama administration that the government does not wittingly collect the telephone records of millions of Americans. So even that was an accident. He was like, oh, I lied. Oh, fuck, I hadn't had his coffee. I lied about the thing that I accidentally did surveilling millions of Americans. And so, I mean, this is just one fucking scam after another. These are scam artists. These are sociopaths. They run our government. They have captured our government and the intelligence community. And their job is to lie to us on a regular basis. It's rare that you get the actual full frontal, straight on camera lie to the American people. Most of it is done with these little anonymous quotes in the Washington Post, right? The Washington Post is one of the biggest perpetrators of this horse shit, where they say anonymous intelligence agency sources say that Russia's under your bed. But this is what they do. And luckily, Mike Pompeo said publicly, we lie, we cheat, we steal. That's how they work. And that's how they were working with this program. Now they have different programs to do basically this same shit. They're working with the big tech companies to do this stuff. So who knows how we're being surveilled right now. But a couple other points to be made is obviously that lie was under the Obama administration. This surveillance was increased under the Obama administration. It was begun under the Bush administration. Are you noticing a trend here? That this shit goes on, this monitoring of American citizens, this completely unconstitutional invasion of our privacy goes on under each different presidency. It doesn't fucking matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat or a Trump or an Obama or a Bush. If Clinton had the fucking abilities to do it at that time, he would have done it. And they all, they'll do a little dog and pony show about what when it comes out and it's leaked by Edward Snowden. But were the Democrats really standing up to defend Edward Snowden during that time? Were the Republicans standing up to defend Edward Snowden? No. Are they now? No. Where's the fucking apology, right? I want to see a fucking apology tour by these goddamn clowns. Just camera to camera. Listen, Snowden, we are so sorry. You were right. This shit was so illegal. Holy fuck. I want to see every goddamn one of them march down. I don't care if they have to run the CNN 24/7. Just next. And they just come and stand in front of the camera and go, sorry, Edward Snowden, you were right. It was all really illegal. And sorry, we trashed your name and came up with all kinds of fucking shit to say about you because you are the traitor who revealed the crimes being done against American citizens. And of course, CNN anchors and Fox News and MSNBC and all these goddamn clowns should be marched in front of the camera, their own goddamn cameras, and apologize to Edward Snowden. That's what should be happening right now. So now you even have you should have known this for fucking years, but now you even have a federal court saying it. So where are the apologies? Where are they? Please begin the apology tour. Begin, all you cable news hacks. Begin the tour where you march around and say, we are so sorry, Edward Snowden. And in fact, right now we're going to demand that you be brought home a fucking hero. That you not have to fear that if you were to step foot in America, you would be tortured for all your livelong days. We will put up fucking monuments to you because you revealed the crimes being done against us. Yeah, I'm not hearing that. I don't know. Maybe I missed the segments. Maybe I missed the 24/7 apology tour. I haven't had the news on all day, so maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just missing it. They may cover that this court said this, that this 3-judge panel said this. I'm not saying there won't be articles about that. I'm reading from the fucking Washington Post. So there will be articles, and there will be a mention on CNN probably. But I want a goddamn apology tour, which of course they would never do, because that's the whole point. At the end of the day, no matter how much they say or whatever, these people are in charge of defending the intelligence state, defending the completely unconstitutional fucking smashing of all of our rights. That is their job. That's what they do, day in and day out. Couple of Congress people you can point to who say otherwise, who actually stand up against this shit. But in general, both parties certainly fine with it. I mean, it doesn't even, unlimited surveillance of American citizens doesn't even appear to be an issue in this presidential campaign, does it? Between Biden and Trump. Where do you hear any of them saying otherwise? Fuck no. Another note that should certainly be said here is that 90-some% of Edward Snowden's leaks about the NSA, about our government, about what they're doing to American citizens and to people overseas, have never been published. Have never been revealed. 90-some% of those documents and those programs. This court case, this trial or whatever with the 3-judge panel, this federal court decision has been is one of the many programs that were revealed by Snowden. But 90-some% never revealed to us, never shown to us, never covered. Now, where are they all? Well, unfortunately, The Intercept is one of the few places that has them, and they have shut down all revelations based on Snowden archives. They stated that. They said they're not revealing any more. No one's really gotten to the bottom of what the fuck's going on. And it's just not, they're not fucking telling it. I don't even think Snowden said anything about it. So I have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. But unfortunately, The Intercept is owned by a billionaire, Pierre Omidyar, and the guy who founded eBay. And I don't know what his fucking goals are, but clearly part of it was to cover up a lot of the Snowden archive. Who knows what kind of threats they faced? Who knows what they were afraid would come out? But 90-some% never revealed of what Snowden leaked. And who knows whether we'll ever get it, whether we'll ever know what the fuck is in those files. But, Intercept has also helped, supposedly accidentally helped imprison multiple whistleblowers, Reality Winner being one of them, and others. Somehow, every time they get a leaker, somehow they just all end up in prison. It's weird like that. Whereas most of WikiLeaks, people who have leaked to WikiLeaks have never been revealed. And the main exception, Chelsea Manning, unfortunately, it was because she herself revealed to an FBI informant accidentally. And so that was not WikiLeaks' fault. Whereas with The Intercept, each time they end up getting someone imprisoned, it is their fault. They claim accidentally. Just like James Clapper said, we're unwittingly collecting data on millions of Americans. So to sum up here, yet again, Edward Snowden proven right. Despite all the shit they said about them, I don't know if you can remember what they were, the trash, the garbage they did when he first revealed this shit. They did some good reporting on it. The mainstream media said some of the truth, but a lot of it was like, this guy's a traitor. He fucking failed out of college, failed out of the military, fucking loser. And it's like, even if all that were true, which, he's not a traitor, but he's a fucking patriot for revealing to Americans what's being done to them. But even if let's say it were true, he failed out, he broke his ankles or something. But let's say he failed out of the military, failed out of college. Let's say that were true. What the fuck does that have to do with any of this? Nothing other than that you're trying to tarnish the messenger. Let's say it were true. That'd be like if someone pointed at your house and was like, dude, your house is burning down. And you look up and you see your house is burning down. And then you turn to the person who told you that and you say, didn't you fail out of college? Fuck you. And you march straight into the burning building to go live there because you're not going to listen to them about what they said about your burning house. That's how much horseshit it was. Anyway, they just trashed him and everything. So I can't wait for the apologies. I'm sure it'll start any minute now. Just keep CNN on. I'm sure the breaking news, Edward Snowden, fucking hero. I'm sure any minute now. Just keep it on. Because I'm sure any second. They get ready. They're just prepping. They gotta write the reports and stuff. They get ready to thank Edward Snowden and fucking carve his face into Mount Rushmore. It's happening any minute now. Mount Rushmore also incredibly offensive, but that's another story for another time. That's been your moment of clarity. I don't ask for your money. I just ask that you share this and tell people about it. And I'm doing new ones almost every single weekday, except sometimes. And you can always get them at leecamp.com. So every day you miss one, just go to leecamp.com. All right. Keep fighting.